original, girl, you want a replica. No. Smoothie, no regular, regular. No. Make it for real, I'm pretty from my cellular. No. You won't sell it hot. No.
They never had a pretty girl from Joburg to me now, and that's what they prefer. I don't touch no wheel, cause I got a chauffeur.
Hi everybody, it's your girl Tiny. Welcome back to Tiny Glams. Today I'm doing this super cute eye makeup look, and I'm starting off by using the Sephora Collection Best Skin Ever Concealer. And I'm putting this under my eyebrows. I already went in with the Sephora Collection brow pencil. You can use any brow pencil that you like. I also sell brow pencils coming soon at ambiverdcosmetics.com. The whole purpose of using concealer under your eyebrows is to make sure that everything looks super clean so that we can have a base for our concealers. In my opinion, eyebrows are optional, like if you have super thick brows, but for me, your girl has no brows, so I like to draw them things in and then go ahead and put some concealer under them just to sharpen it up. And now I'm taking a bright color from Sephora Collection. I believe this may be the 3P, and I'm putting this on top of my eyelid just as a base. You can use a primer, but in my personal opinion, a concealer works perfect. A dupe for this concealer, well, not really a dupe, but like another option for this concealer is going to be the e.l.f. Camo Concealer or the Sephora Collection Concealer. Now I'm going to be setting that concealer on our lids with the Airspun Translucent Powder. The thing is, this powder, I wouldn't use it all over my face because it kind of makes you look a little ashy for brown skin tones. And I don't really like the way it sits on the face. But this is a perfect powder to use on your eyelids, only to set concealer as a base. Now that we have that concealer set, that base is set, we're going to go in with the Ambivert Soft Petals palette. If you are interested in this palette, I will definitely leave the link in my bio. So I'm taking the brown shade and I'm going to be using that as a transition shade. And just go in, do circular motions, and make sure everything is blended out completely. Now we're going to go in with the smoky color in the palette. And I added a black color because it helps to darken any one of your shades. If you want to go from a day look to a night look, just go ahead and add you a pop of the black color. So that's what I'm doing right here. And try not to go too aggressive. As y'all can see, it's kind of toning down, even with my frowns on my face. It's kind of toning down, and I'm taking that brown and bringing it inwards towards my nose, just so I can go ahead and start that contour. Now we're going back in with that same exact concealer shade that we used as our base. And I'm going to do not necessarily a full cut crease, but we're adding a second base so that we can add a pop of shimmer on top. Right here in this clip, I'm adding the Sephora Collection black eyeliner pen. And let me be 100 with y'all. Your girl vision is not that good. My vision is not that good when it comes to doing liner on myself. So, I mean, I did pretty good, but I was super close to that mirror. So just go ahead, do a short line. And I'm using that fan, which is amazing for lashes and just to dry down any wet areas on your face. And right here, for all my girls who love drugstore products and you don't want to spend $50 on a foundation, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, which is absolutely amazing. As y'all can see, that color match was eating. I put this first shade on and I felt like it was a little bit too dark in that mirror. So I decided to go back in with the lighter shade. I'm using my Real Technique brush just to buff it all in. I say this in my other videos and I'm going to say it again. Sis, like some people get beauty blenders and they just wipe all the products off. If you want that coverage and you want it to be built up, you have to make sure that you're patting all the product into your skin. I'm going to take that same exact concealer shade and put it under my eyes just to carve out the eyeshadow and add some brightness and highlight back into my face. Remember, it's under the eyes, down the nose, upper lip, chin, and forehead. Using a setting spray as you're doing your makeup is going to help it not feel so dry and cakey, and it also helps the blending process. When you're blending out your makeup, if you're not doing this face, then are you really blending it out, you know? So, as you can see, I'm elongating my face. And, yeah. And I'm doing that just so I can get under them eyes. Now I'm taking a concealer that's one shade lighter than the previous one, and we're going to put that right in the center under our eyes just to add that brightness back, kind of like the UK girl makeup aesthetic. After applying your concealers and making sure that it's evenly blended out, you're gonna take a powder and just press that in. I'm using the Tarte, I believe this is the Tarte Creaseless Setting Powder, and I use this under my eyes to stop creasing and just to get that blurred effect. I don't know what I changed, but my makeup, sometimes it looks like a filter. I love a good drugstore products as for foundations. But when it comes to the powders, sis, you don't want to skip a good quality powder. A tip that I like to do is to use more than one powder. People can tend to be afraid of powders because they say it makes your makeup look cakey. But if you're priming and prepping your skin to perfection, it should come out very smooth. Now I'm taking my Kosas brightening powder in the shade pink. And I put this under my eyes, down my nose, and a little bit on my forehead to add a highlight back to my face. One of my favorite parts of doing makeup is adding a good bronzer. We're using my same bronzer that I use in every video that I've been using for years. This is the Juvia's Place bronzer. I believe this may be medium deep. I don't think it's the darkest color, but it gives you kind of like a burgundy bronze. Not necessarily a cool tone contour color. But it's based on your preference. If you want to use a contour that's similar to like the Rare Beauty cream contour products, or you can use something that's close to like the Fenty bronzers. But like I said, I prefer to use Juvia's Place. I'm taking that color down my nose to create a very clean bridge, clean and sharp bridge, and bringing that into my eyeshadow. I'm taking the Dear Diary palette by Ambivert Cosmetics. Super cute, super pink and orange, perfect for the springtime. And I'm going to be taking the pinkish shade and using that on my cheeks. If you got blush blindness, it's okay, baby. It's the year for blush blindness. I love me a good pink. You don't want to go too crazy, but just blend it all out. At one point, I stopped using highlighter. Like, I don't like to use highlighter on my cheeks because it gives, like, 2016 through, like, 2019 aesthetic. But your girl went ahead and put some on her nose and down the bridge of her nose just to add that shine and that shimmer back. We trying to get fairy. Yeah. We trying to get fairy. We trying to get glow in the sun, glow in the photo shoot type of vibes. And I'm taking my new favorite mascara, which is a Tarte. I think it's Lights Camera Lashes, and using that only on my bottom lashes. I never like to do any makeup look without bottom mascara. Time for the lip combo. I'm trying to think of what it is. This is the NYX lip liner in Club Hopper. Yes, that's the one. I've been using this shade for years. If you need a go-to lip liner that you can get from the drugstore, the NYX Club Hopper is my favorite. It gives you like a it gives you like a burgundy, a dark burgundy color. And I'm using the Sephora Collection lipstick right in the center. I don't know why my camera got bright all of a sudden. But anyways, I am putting that in the center of my lip and blending it out. And then we're going to pop some gloss on top. To give y'all a little bit more context about that lipstick, that is the Sephora Collection lip stain that I'm using in the center. It's possibly shade 138 or shade 66, which are my go-to shades for a nude popping lip gloss lipstick. I'm spraying the new Easy Blur Huda Beauty setting spray all over my face. I love this setting spray, but it's like the way it has those little droplets in my hair. That's one thing I don't like, but overall it's pretty good. taking my handy dandy fan again and just setting everything your girl is serving face. If you want to learn more about any makeup looks, or if you want to see anything, go ahead and comment down below. You should already hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel and support my business. All the links are going to be in my bio. Thank you so much for watching.
Ain't none of them hot, ain't none of them hot. Was working all the way at the top.